Welcome back
to the channel.
My name is Marlon. This is my lovely companion Daniela Londano.
Daniela.
And we are two humans, one backpack.
Hashtag unemployed activity.
Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Tell a friend. If you are interested in adventuring around the world, then you might have hit the right channel. We have been adventuring for
4 months.
4 months. We have been to 26 different places in Asia so far. Tomorrow will be number 27.
Yes.
This video
is Lombok.
Lombok.
Our last stop
Indonesia.
in Indonesia.
Correct. In Indonesia, we hit 4 spots: Bali, Nusa Penida, Gili Meno,
and now Lombok. All right, so let's start off with how we got to Lombok. So we were in Gili Meno, and it took us about 45 minutes on a speedboat.
Not
and
even.
Probably half hour. I don't even know.
20.
Yeah? Oh wait, my bad. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
15 minutes.
15, 20
It was
minutes.
super fast.
Yo,
so
the
we got
coolest experience, right?
what?
We got picked up from our hotel.
It was like
beachfront.
a VIP experience.
Yeah.
Beachfront.
So we checked out of a hotel, walked to the beach that was in front of our hotel, not a
Literally.
port, just
No.
a beach.
Yeah.
Speedboat pulled up. We jumped on the
Just us.
We jumped on the speedboat and they took us to
10,
Lombok.
15 minutes later, we arrived to Lombok, and
Yeah.
what was funny was that these two men get on the boat, grab our backpacks. We're thinking that they are part of the boat that we were on, and then they follow our cab driver so what happened was we made a friend in Gili, and he was like, oh, you know what? I lived in Lombok all my life, so I know a lot of people, so I will get you a cab driver once you get there.
Correct.
So when we arrive there, we get off, and the guy's like, Marlon, Daniela, and we're like, yeah. He's like, oh, follow me. So the two guys that grab our backpacks, they're following him. So we're thinking, okay, maybe they all know each other. And then as soon as they put their backpacks,
And look at me. And then a third guy comes looking at me like,
they're like, here, give us
and
money.
then he's
And I was like,
50,000. So look, 50,000 is only like $4,
But
$3.50.
We've been carrying our backpacks for 4 months.
It's not about
We
that.
didn't
It's
need
about like, 1, I didn't know. 2, he didn't ask me. 3, now you just got your hand out
And
like,
who's
I
the
need
third guy?
50,000. Who's the third guy?
Who's
It's
the
like their
third guy?
manager. And the manager's the one who was doing the talking. Oh, I need 50,000. Like, no. I was like, I didn't ask you for help. You guys just took it. I didn't ask you for help. I'm gonna give you 10. Y'all can split it 5-5. They looked at me, oh, that's too little. Too bad. I didn't ask you for help.
It wasn't even a long walk. It was like a 30-second walk
30
to the
seconds,
cab.
45 seconds max. Yeah, that was crazy.
Anyways,
but
so
then as soon as we got into the cab driver was like, good answer.
Yeah, he's like, good job, good job.
Yeah.
So then the cab driver takes us to our place, which is called Destones Village, right?
Destones Villa Village.
Villa Village. So what happened was that he can only take us to a certain point.
Right.
After that, you can only access the property via scooter, or walking. So we arrive, and now we have our backpacks, and now we're walking. So all of a sudden, this like midway, our host Ameer, shout out to Ameer, awesome guy. He pulls up in his scooter, and he's like, oh, I'll carry your bags, you guys just walk up there. So if you want to talk about remote, this place is remote, like in the middle of the jungle. I picked this place. I did, and it was honestly one of the most magical places we have been in. But we arrived, he immediately made us lunch. He's 25 years old.
23.
I'm sorry, 23, 24? I thought it was 24.
23.
He's 23 years old.
23.
And he built this property by himself from the ground up. Like,
I
shout
asked
out
him a lot of
to
questions, right? Because like I looked at him like my son, little brother kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
and
I asked him a lot of questions.
his work ethic is incredible. People should really like learn from this kid.
I'm gonna tell you the story real quick.
Yeah, tell him.
So he worked in hospitality, right? So
In Gili.
In Gili Meno, where we were, right? Because Gili Meno is primarily just tourism because it's a very small island. That's the only thing they live off of because there's no jobs there, right? So everything is restaurants, hotels, and tourists, right? So he said that he worked in a hotel for 2 years. He also, before he did that, he worked on a boat for like a year. Again, just doing cruises, right? So he learned from cruises, he learned from hotels. over the course of those 3 years, he saved up his money.
Yes.
He saved up his money to then he was looking for a piece of land or something he can buy and create his own Airbnb.
So he finds this piece of land in the middle of the jungle next to a waterfall, and his whole family said he was stupid.
His friends thought he was crazy. There's nothing here. There's nothing but rocks. There's no land to cultivate on. There's nothing to do to the land. And he's just like, you can change the land.
He said, I could grow stuff.
I could grow stuff.
I could plant stuff.
I'll move the rocks.
Yeah.
Right? Like he just had this innovative kind of state of mind. So. And
he did not quit, and he believed in himself when nobody believed in him.
He did.
And a year later, it's packed. Like he said that it's rare when his property is not with, and it's only one client at a time.
Let's make that clear. So right now, only a year after he bought the land, right, he's built 2 structures, right? So the first structure is kind of like the welcome center / kitchen, right? So it's kind of like just a space, some stools, like a bar top for you can eat on.
It's a very personal experience.
Yeah.
So he will cook for you. He'll make breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever you ask. He has card games there.
Yeah.
He wants to have
books.
a connection with you. Books.
Like a speaker.
There's a karaoke machine,
or just to play music.
Hookah. He makes you coffee.
Yeah.
He has his brothers there, so his
family lives there.
His family lives
there.
But
like there's that welcome center is just kind of like to for everyone to like arrive, for you to eat, for him to cook, kind of like the chill area. That's where you kind of like you hang out, right? And then you have just like next to it, just like like a couple steps away, is the guest room. The guest room is fairly small.
It's very nice.
Like
I liked it.
12 by 12 square room.
I love that.
Right? 1 bed. That's it. No TV, air conditioner, a place for your clothes. And then you have the door that goes outside to the bathroom.
Yes.
The outside bathroom is, again, outside. Poop, pee, shower outside.
Yeah.
And that's it. He's building a second room, and he said he's going to build a third. He said, I just want 3. So with those 3, we started talking money. He's like, with those 3, I think I can make this much per month. And he's like, that much? He's like, bro, with that kind of money, I'm like rich in Indonesia. You know what I mean? And he's like, and I think that's enough that I can handle. Because he really takes this thing on his back. Like he's the maintenance man. He is the chef.
He
is
the tour
customer
guide.
service. He's the tour guide. And he's just your friend.
Yeah,
like he's your local buddy.
But he's genuine. Like he really wants to get to know his clients.
Yeah.
And we asked him, like, do you enjoy meeting people? He said, I love it. I love talking to people. I love getting to know their culture, where they come from. I love it. He said that that's like the main reason why he did this, to get to know individuals, people.
And Ameer has been like, through our couple days there, 4 days. I wish we would have spent maybe 7 days in Lombok.
Yeah, it was a short time.
Maybe
there.
10 even. Like I think Lombok has way more to offer than we had an opportunity to see.
Yeah.
But with that said, I think Daniela has a list of things that we did.
But first of all, to get there, you obviously need a scooter. So it's a path that is so tiny on a scooter that every time, so he lent us a scooter to go in and out to do our like little fun days.
Yeah.
And it takes like about 5 minutes to get down to the walkable or like taxi area.
5 minutes on a scooter, which is about a kilometer or so, maybe about half a mile.
10-minute walk if you walk fast.
10-minute walk, so that's about a half a mile that you're walking to get to the road where you can actually like.
So Marlon would take the scooter up and down, and I would just walk it because he wasn't capable of driving me on it. It was too.
Yo, man, these motorbikes.
They're too. I don't know. It's just scary.
It's very thin. It's up and down. It's a little rocky because it's kind of like it's a raw path in a jungle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, like this place, like at night, there's nothing around it.
There's no lights.
There's nothing around it. He has no neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just that it's the only property that's out there.
So you have to get back before sunset. You have to, or else you cannot. It's very dangerous.
Yes.
Very dangerous. But anyways, so let's see. What did we do? I wrote it down.
Good job, Daniela. Being prepared. This is what I'm talking about. This whole This whole video is falling apart right now.
So one of the highlights of our trip there was the waterfall.
Yes. What was it called, Daniela? Do you have that in your notes, Daniela?
Geli.
Oh, Daniela.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Sarang, Geli, Sarang.
We were supposed to have this.
Who cares what it's called? So we drove all the way over there. It was like an hour drive. The drive was very smooth.
It's called Sengigi.
Okay.
Sengigi Waterfall.
Sengigi Waterfall. It was great.
Well, the thing was, part of the joy was the drive there.
Yeah, the drive there was great.
Yeah, drive there. There's a lot of rice terraces. Like you're driving on the coastline of the north side of the Lombok Island. Lombok Island is very big. You see all the shops. What's really annoying about the shops, though, is that every shop is like, you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
There's they have their little convenience stores, their restaurants, which are called warongs. They all kind of serve the same food, you know what I mean? So it's nothing special as far as foodie's perspective. But the ride there, looking at the mountain backdrop, because there is a volcano in Lombok. That's one of the main attractions in Lombok.
I honestly think that so they have two main attractions. So one of the attractions is the volcano, which is a 3-day trek up and down, right? So the thing is, if we would have stayed there for a long time, like 10 days, we probably would have done it. 100%. Yeah, so it's a 3-day trek up and down. We didn't have enough time. And then the other highlight that we really should have done it was the Lombok boat trip, which is kind of similar to the Vietnam Ha Long Bay trip, which is a 3-day, 2-night on a boat.
And that one was 4 days, 3 nights. And they take you to like 5 or 6 different islands along in Indonesia. Now, Indonesia
because how many islands does it have?
17,000 islands.
That's a lot of islands.
So obviously most of them are inhabited, but there's so much to see. So that cruise will take you to I think 5, 6 is too little. I think it actually takes you like 10 because they hit like 2 or 3 in one day.
But it's beautiful. Like you go, you see island, you see jungle, you see volcano, you see like a little bit of everything that makes Indonesia special.
And one of the stops was Komodo Island, which sadly was on our itinerary, and I don't know when or how it fell off, but it ended up falling off. But a lot of people told us that was one of the places that you really should have went to.
But you know something,
it is like inhabited by a lot of Komodo dragons, and they won't kill you, but they won't back down if you approach them. So just leave them alone. But they are huge creatures, dinosaurs, if you will. And we missed out. We did see one in Thailand, but it was just kind of like really quick, just walked by and that's it.
But the thing is, like, so what we like is that now that we've traveled, now we know, okay, when we go back, we definitely want to go here.
Yeah, I'd go back to Lombok.
I want to go back to Indonesia. 100%. I feel like there's a lot to discover. A lot. And we also want to go back to Vietnam. Thailand, we were there for 2 months, so we did a lot in Thailand.
So there's not would I move to Thailand? I think I still would.
I don't think I would.
Would I vacate again?
We have to move together.
Yeah, I guess so. We have to come to an agreement.
So we're not moving to Thailand.
Regardless.
Too many tourists.
Yeah, regardless, it's but outside of that, Lombok was awesome.
The waterfall.
We went to this waterfall.
Yeah.
And we got
a
tour guide. We got a tour guide. It was like, how much did it cost us? I don't know, $15, $12, something like that. Not much. That was like $12, and I figure, support the locals, right? And I'm happy we did. 2
waterfalls in that. Yep. So the first one was very easy. It's like a 15-minute
walk down, right? You get to the waterfall area, and then the more difficult one was the second one. The second one, which was a much bigger one.
But it became difficult because it started to
pouring rain.
While we were there. And we didn't have sandals. We had our sneakers. Yeah. So there's a section of the waterfall that in order to get to the second waterfall, you have to go inside of the water.
In the water. There's no path.
There's no path.
The path is in the
walk
river. You gotta get through the river.
So you take off your sneakers, because we had sneakers on, and now we're stepping on rocks. So it hurts. We're not used to this like the locals.
Yeah, I got baby feet. Look at that. Look how nice that foot is.
No, that is such a wide, hobbit, freaking flat-ass foot.
But you see that foot? That foot is that foot doesn't see much of the outside. It's like, in the sock, in the shoe, and protected from the world's elements.
Yes. So,
you know, so when I gotta take my shoes off, I'm like, I'm a little bitch. I keep my shoes on.
Yeah. So Ameer, he was like telling us this. He's like, just take off your shoes and like walk around. Like, there's nothing like being one with the earth. And we're
So,
like,
yo,
no, true. We're not.
Like, yo, we're from the city, bro. If I walk around outside in the city, I'm gonna catch hepatitis. I'm gonna get AIDS.
Ew,
like,
it's not like,
I don't walk around without my shoes.
It's not like there. Like, there's just grass and dirt and sand
and spit and piss
No.
like, and failure on the floor. Like,
it's nasty. But I understand why they walk barefoot there. It's more natural, right?
Sure.
You're not stepping on all this like nasty shit. But anyways, so we're walking and we get to the waterfall. It's pouring rain. We're drenched, head to toe, everything. And at this point, even though we took off our sneakers are now drenched because it started to pour. So on the way back, he's like, "Are you gonna take off your sneakers again?" I'm like,
I did.
"No," because I was like, "No," because they're already wet. So what is the point? Yeah. So I walked back. It was so much easier to walk with shoes. So remember, the guides and the locals, they're not walking barefoot. They have sandals.
The flip-flops.
They have flip-flops. Yeah. So we were dumb and we like were barefoot, so it hurt more and it was more difficult to walk through it. But then the second time when I went back, I just kept my sneakers on. It was very easy. Marlon still took off his shoes, which I was like...
Took off because I was trying to keep my feet dry as possible.
It was not dry anymore.
It wasn't dry, but it wasn't soaked. There's a difference between your foot getting rained on and you walking in a river.
Listen, it was the worst thing he did.
Very different. I mean, why? It was fine.
Because his freaking shoes smelled so bad afterwards that we had to throw them out.
No, those
were those shoes.
It was those shoes?
Yes, it was those shoes. Yeah. So after,
No.
Yes.
No, I wore the gray ones. I wore those. I wore the Brooks. I have 2 pairs of shoes for this trip, right? Brooks running sneakers with the big fat sole, right? And then I have the other ones, the ONs, the Swiss dad shoe.
The dad shoe?
Yeah. I think it's ON.
I don't know, babe.
ON. It's not OQ. It's ON. Anyway, I had the Brooks that day. I did. I wore the Brooks that day. And it was fine. We made it through. It was a beautiful waterfall. I also, which was a lot of fun, I had...
the tour guide made us hats.
He made his hats made out of leaves. As we're walking, he just grabs off the trees.
It was like a clown making a balloon animal. That's their specialty.
That was cool.
The hats.
And I was playing a Best of Neptune's DJ mix.
Yeah, while we're doing the hike.
When in my Bluetooth speaker in my bag while I was walking. And what's cool was like, as I'm walking by people, they're like bopping their heads.
Yeah, they're like, oh, nice music.
Yeah,
cool.
And you know, I wish I would have got a quick film of this. I didn't think about it in the moment, which is dumb of me. But there were like 3 or 4 girls, Muslim girls, with their with the headscarf and everything. One of them,
we did take a video.
No,
I think so.
I don't have that video.
Oh, they were taking a video.
They were taking a video.
And
they took out their phone and they were taking a video and they're like
and
dancing around me with the music. And I missed it. And I'm just kind of sitting there like, you know, I'm doing the Donald Trump dance like this.
Oh God, don't do that. I also think that Indonesia is more appreciative of other music. Like they're very like open to it, and they're like, oh, like whatever they hear, they like love. Like, oh, that's awesome. Blah,
yeah.
Blah, all this stuff.
Well,
yeah.
Because also like Indonesian music is, I mean, I heard some of it. Doesn't have any soul to it, any funk.
What are you talking about? We only heard like 3 songs.
No, but like a lot of it was just like, all right, remember in Nusa Penida, they used to play music next door? It's literally just boom, 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 and then another guy,
No, that's not the music. That's like their temple, like religious music.
But that wasn't, we weren't next to a temple. That was somebody's living room playing that.
There's temples everywhere.
No, I get that, but in Nusa Penida, we were not next door to a temple. It was just like someone's house that we were listening to this music.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say anything. I do appreciate other cultures' music.
I do. I'm just saying it's not funky. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you want to move. It's just kind of like, it's there. You're listening. And any taxi that we went into, nobody's playing any music except like Western music. That's what they're playing.
Yeah, a lot of
pop.
Yeah,
a lot of pop music. Bruno Mars, they love him out here.
Love Bruno
Lady
Mars.
Gaga, they're all about it.
They love Bruno Mars. Love him.
Yeah.
So what were we saying? Oh yeah, the waterfall. So then we get out of the waterfall. Now we're drenched.
Still raining.
Still raining. We go to this restaurant. We're so thirsty.
Food was whack.
The food was whack again. And then now we have to take a whole hour ride back and make it back in time before it gets dark.
Yeah.
But now we're drenched, and now everybody's saying be careful because now we're in a motorcycle and it's been raining and
the floor is wet and it's like an hour ride.
Floor is wet. So, but we did it. Like Marlon did it, no problem. It was great.
Fine.
And then on the way there,
against my wife's beliefs, I made it unscathed.
On the way there, my phone died because it got wet. And then his phone died because the battery went out.
Because
so now
she wants to use my hotspot all day. And I say, Daniela, stop using the hotspot. You're killing my phone.
When did I want to use the hotspot? When we were in the waterfall.
And then
what
the
are
night
you talking
before,
about?
when I'm like, Daniela, plug in my phone. No, Daniela didn't plug in my phone.
Anyways, so full of crap. Anyway, so then what were we saying? Oh yeah, so then our phones are dead. We have to get back, and now we're lost. Lost. So now we stop.
Lost in Lombok.
We lost in Lombok. We stop at like two places. They don't understand what we're asking for. He's just asking for someone's phone to see just a GPS.
I went up to the guy and I'm like, I'm lost. And he says, no, we don't have. I was like, no. I'm lost. GPS. No, we don't have. Your phone. No. All right, no problem.
So we finally go somewhere else.
That was the only unfriendly guy.
Yeah, he was able to finally see it. We were 5 minutes away, so we actually did pretty well. And then on the way, we stopped at this guy's restaurant.
Should try to really get some good food.
Finally got amazing.
Some banging food.
Amazing food.
Banging food.
That was great, and it was really cheap.
And it was
the
one
guy
of those
was
spots,
super happy.
It was one of those spots where it's just kind of like he's got like a little like cart, not a cart. It was like a stand outside. You see the glass. The plates of food are on the glass.
And
you know what I mean?
behind it is the restaurant.
And then you just go, I want some of that, boom. So that's what I did. I want some of that. My man spoke zero English, and somehow, some way we made it, and we were very happy. Because like that restaurant that we went right after we got out of the park, we just kind of nibbled on something, and it just like I got one plate for both of us.
No, you got this like soto ayam. That had a weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah,
it had a weird flavor.
It didn't really taste.
I didn't even eat it. He ate it. He ate that.
I ate
it was
some
nasty. But that was one of the best
local
Indonesian food that we had in Indonesia. Finally, it was amazing. So then we get back. We try to dry all our stuff because we're soaked. Now we have like 2 days for everything to dry, and Marlon's shoes refuse to dry, and
because it's so humid. And like we had a lot of rainy days with clouds, and like if the sun's not out, it's not gonna dry.
Yeah. So then the second day, Marlon wants to get another tattoo. Yeah. Marlon, show them your tattoo.
Are you guys ready? I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully. The tattoo says DFQ. The tattoo says DFQ.
And what does it stand for?
Hold on.
Why do you have your underwear? He's in his underwear. Oh my god.
Hold on. There you go. The tattoo stands for Don't Fucking Quit. DFQ.
DFQ, or what was the other meaning?
Discipline. Fuels. Something. I forgot. I did a rated PG version. I just have to memorize it. I forgot what the last one was. Anyway, I got that. Yeah. It was. This is the only impulse tattoo that I ever gotten. I didn't get it on the fly. I've been thinking about this tattoo for like 2 months. Yeah. 2 months or so, and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger.
So it was a 45-minute drive there. Let me tell you, the drive was terrifying. The drive there was not bad. The drive back was horrifying. Okay, but the drive there, it was really cool because there wasn't a lot of nice views like the first day. This ride was cool because there's a whole section, like 10-minute section, where there's just monkeys everywhere. On the street, on the road, on the rails. They're just hanging out, and you have to beep at them so that they could move out of the way.
And there's a mountain separating where we were and where we were trying to go, because there's like a city area, I forgot what it's called, Montemar or Montemir, something like that. Montemir. But it's there's a mountain separating you, so we had to go up the mountain and then down it, and that mountain is the monkeys' home. So there were mad monkeys everywhere on the side of the roads, and it was, Daniela was nervous the whole way.
I mean, on the way there it wasn't that bad. On the way back it was bad. But when we arrived at the place, Marlon had a tattoo, the fastest tattoo he's ever gotten. I think it was like an hour, and then I had to get my phone fixed because it had water damage. We needed it. So then after that, what did we do after that? I think we just went back.
Yeah, we just chilled.
We found a place to eat. We went back.
Yeah.
But the way back was terrible because there was so much traffic. And Marlon's better with the scooter, but when it comes to traffic, it's like he doesn't know how to balance.
Well, it's that everyone's trying to go around me, and people are on the wrong side of the road, and that makes me nervous. Like, imagine, you got a 2-lane road. You're going this way, traffic is going against you. And these guys are so impatient, they're trying to pass, but they're not waiting till there's no one there. If there's a motorcycle, they still do it. So then they push the motorcycle off to the left side of the road. And if I'm being pushed to the left side of the road, I'm good until I'm not. What if my wheel falls off? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this wasn't like, this is like the edge of the earth and I'm gonna fall off. But
it is.
I also don't know it wasn't. But I also don't want to, I don't want my wheel to go off, and I'm not good controlling this thing. And plus I got Danielle on it. We got a lot of weight on this bike. I'm not a thin guy. Daniela's not, not like this. You know what I mean? So, there's some weight on this thing. So it's
there's less weight because we've lost weight.
100%. But so it's harder to balance that weight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
But it was hard because it was a lot of traffic. Now there's a ton of trucks. Now there's a ton of cars. Now there's way more scooters on the road, and the lane is narrow. It wasn't like when we were on the way to get his tattoo. There was barely anybody behind us. There was no one there, so it was easier. But on the way back, it was horrifying because you feel like there's so many curves, right? And if you do a sharp turn, or if another moto goes next to you, then you could literally fly off the railing and die. So so I kept
That's what she kept seeing in her head, but
and I'm
it didn't happen. There wasn't even a scare of that. It's just kind of what plays out in someone's head.
No, but there was also some really deep, and it was just. I honestly feel like it was worse than Koh Phangan. Koh Phangan, there was really steep hills up and down, but it was up and down. It was straight. This one was curves everywhere, right? So I was scared, and it was annoying to Marlon because I was being a backseat driver, and he's like, just be quiet. And I'm like, I can't help that I'm scared, Marlon.
Well, listen to this. Listen to this, and maybe you'll understand.
Who's the asshole? I understand that I'm being annoying because I'm reacting.
No, but you also have to understand.
I can't react.
We're on a motorbike. Her mouth is inches from my ear. And we were on this bike for a total of 2.5 hours throughout the day. And she keeps...
No, the way back was just 45 minutes.
No, but we were driving in between places and stuff. We were on this bike for over 2 hours throughout the day. And anytime she gets a little nervous about something, she makes a comment in my ear. If I make any type of mistake, which I'm going to make mistakes on the road, right? I'm not a great driver. She makes a comment. Make sure I know that I made a mistake.
I'm not making a comment about a mistake. I'm reacting because I'm scared. I'm doing is going like this.
My wheel came off the road once because I'm dodging something. Marla, stay on the road! And she's in my ear. So it's I know I have to stay on the road, Daniela. I want to live just as much as you do. I know I'm supposed to stay on the road. But it's just the comments that, so obviously.
So all I'm doing is I'm reacting. I'm oh my God.
2 hours of that.
So I'm reacting. I
So I'm not the asshole for being like, Daniela, enough, right? Come on, man. I'm trying to drive here. And somehow, some way, I still ended up being the asshole. No, you're just supposed to shut up and take it.
No, but I would feel better if you would be like, hey, babe, you're fine. I have you. You're going to be safe. I hear you.
Daniela.
I understand it's scary.
You're safe.
But we're gonna be fine. But
Come
no,
on,
he doesn't
man.
say any of that.
Come
Instead, he's like,
on.
"Shut up, Daniela. You just need to be quiet." And now I
said,
can't-
Daniela, be
can't
quiet.
react.
Let me drive.
I can't
Let
react.
me drive. Yo, come on, man. Someone
can't
out there,
react.
please put a comment
I can't
and
react.
tell me that I'm not the asshole. Help me out, guys.
I don't care what
Please.
people say. You are.
Fine. So the next day, I went on a hiking trip with our our host, Ameer.
So I wanted alone time. And so I was like, please just go off with the guy. So I wanted alone time. So
I don't buy that. I don't buy that because she never said that until right now.
I literally said it in front of Ameer.
She didn't want to go hiking. That's what she told Ameer, but she didn't. She said, "No, I don't want to go hiking. It's like 3 hours. It's like a 3-4 hour hike.
Dude,
I don't want to go hiking."
I've done so.
It wasn't about the alone time. It was Daniela doesn't want to go.
And
hiking.
I wanted to be alone.
Right.
So I've done enough hiking in 4 months. I've never done this much hiking in my life. I was like, I don't want to hike. So let the men do the hike and let me stay.
Let the men do men things.
Yes. So I stayed behind. I hung out on my hammock.
Yeah.
I freaking did some stuff on my phone.
Yeah.
I listened to music. I planned the whole first trip of Italy because we are going to Italy.
Leg, yeah.
The first leg. So I did a lot. I loved it. I was at peace. Blah blah blah. And then he comes back and he goes up the stairs, and I'm like, babe. He's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be hurting tomorrow. Babe, give me a massage. He's like,
which I still didn't get because she promised me the massage.
No, I did not. Yo, I did not promise you
Daniela,
shit.
you said, let's go get something to eat first, and when we come back, I'll give you a massage. So what does Marlon do? Go fetch the food, come back, feed his wife, and then, I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap.
That's BS.
I didn't get my massage.
I'm not a masseuse. So that's fine.
That's crazy. Anyway, the hike was fantastic. It was an hour and a half in, hour and a half out. I never had hiking through a river on my bucket list, but that's what we did. It was a little over 2 miles each way, and half a mile of those 2 miles was through a river. Now, I don't know if you guys know what a river looks like, but there's no path in a river. So it's just rocks, and you just gotta figure out your way. So I slipped multiple times. I actually fell 3 times. And that's why when I got back, I said, I'm gonna be hurting because I fell on a rock. So there was like a part where like I don't know, like it's hard to explain, but there's rocks everywhere. Boulders, right? That weigh 500-600 pounds, right? I'm trying to get down this boulder and I ended up slipping and I fell right on my butthole. So my tailbone and my anus hurt. Like I was grabbing my ass like like it hurt. There was another time where like I slipped and I fell on my back and like I hit my elbow on the ground. Another time I slipped and like my foot like went like this. I felt like my Achilles tendon was gonna snap because the way my foot fell was like, and it was just like mad sudden. I'm like, I got scared.
Yeah.
So all that, my knee was hurting, right? Because I slipped and I hit my knee like on this rock. Also,
his hip was hurting.
I hit my ankle. You know the bone right here, right there. That thing right there. Boom! I hit that on a rock. I hit myself mad times getting through that river. And when I got back,
he's following a 23-year-old.
And my man is barefoot,
sweating,
with a bamboo stick, backpack. He started sweating 2 hours in. I'm dripping, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, you're not sweating? No, my friend, too early. Yeah. That was not funny for me. Like it was a great experience.
Didn't you guys get like coffee or something?
So at the end of we hiked in the end point of the hike was a waterfall. So at the waterfall, he takes his backpack off. He pulls out a burner, a little can, a little like propane tank can, and he fires it up. And he says, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, I'm not hungry. Do you want coffee?" Yes. He boils water. He makes instant coffee. Gives me a cup. I take a cup. He takes some pictures. He pulls another bag out. It's like little like yuca with brown sugar in it. Pretty good.
Yuca for you Americans is cassava.
Cassava. He lives off the land. Cassava is
literally
plentiful.
lives off the land.
You know, cassava. They eat a lot of cassava because that's what grows in their jungle. So boom, I had some of that. And then
apparently they also met with like. Oh no! So apparently Marlon wanted to quit, and Ameer.
I did not want to quit. Don't say that.
Ameer said, "Don't fucking quit." He told you the
I
tattoo.
said that. He said no. He told me. No, he told me at the end. Like he shook my hand and he says, "Thank you for not quitting."
Because you said that Ameer said he never finishes.
He says, yeah, he says
hike.
This is like an experience that he offers his people that book his Airbnb. He does this like 4 or 5 times a week, whether he goes with people or not, right? He likes to hike, loves it. So he told me at the end of our hike when we got to the waterfall, "Thank you for not quitting." And then I told him, "Don't fucking quit." And then he laughs because he actually likes he
loved the tattoo.
He likes my tattoo.
Yeah.
Like the idea of it. If you don't like it, something's wrong with you. Because those are great words to live by.
Yes.
Listen, however you want to word it, you can, right? But the idea of not quitting and pushing yourself to move forward is great for anybody. And that's why I got that tattoo.
Yeah.
So then
he gets back and
we got back, and I was jammed. I thought I was gonna be in all sorts of pain because I hit myself in all different types of my body.
Oh wait, but tell them on the way back you saw other people coming by.
On the way back,
and it was small world.
I ran into 3 guys. 2 were Indonesian, 1 white guy, and I just made a comment like, "Oh, it's a party, right?" Because now there's like 5 people in the middle of the jungle, and he's like, "Oh, are you American?" I was like, "Yeah, what part?" "Jersey." "I'm from Jersey."
So weird.
That was weird. Just meeting a random
Jersey?
guy from Jersey in the middle of an Indonesian jungle. That was strange.
Really
So
weird.
we chopped it up for a couple minutes, and he's a guy that's lived in Indonesia for 9 years. His wife is a nurse. Apparently there was like a monsoon or tsunami or something like that hit Indonesia. They had a shortage of doctors. She was a nurse. She volunteered, fell in love with the community, the land, asked her husband to come. He came. They fell in love with it together. They bought a house, and they now live off of her being a doctor, and he has a tourism company. He opened up his tourism company, and he was there on that hike trying to learn the hike so that he can offer it for his company. Because this is not a hike that's often seen. This is not a hike that people do, not yet. Because remember I told you guys in the beginning of this video, this guy bought this property. This was a piece of land that nobody lives around. This is in the jungle.
There's nobody there.
Right? So this hike, he found it. There's no path, right? There's a halfway path, and then it stops. And that's where he found this, he decided to go up the river and find this waterfall.
And a year into him having this place, an Australian guy came and was like, "I want this land. I'll buy this property from you."
So he paid, he told me he paid about 5 G's American for the land, and then spent about 20 to 25,000 building the house, the plumbing, right? Let's talk about the plumbing.
That's another one. We're gonna talk about that in a little.
The plumbing, because I sat there and I'm asking him about everything. Like I want to build this shit myself. So I'm asking about the plumbing, the electricity, like him doing all this stuff and building and getting all the materials for all this. He spent about 20 to 25,000 is what he said.
Really cheap.
So now he's in the property. Call it 30. So the Australian investor offered him $100,000 for the land. He said no. And I told him, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Build the other thing, build the third, have 3 houses. I said, own this property and grow it for 5 years, and then try to sell it. You know what I mean? Because I said, maybe in 5 years, maybe it's worth 200, 250. maybe more. Who knows? But then I said, with that money, you can take and you can go anywhere in the world.
Or
You
build
know what I mean?
another
Because that's
Airbnb
real money, right?
somewhere else.
And then I asked him, if you had $250,000 in your pocket right now, $250,000, it's a lot of money. You can go anywhere. Where would you go? He said nowhere.
He said Laos?
No.
He said the two.
No, his first
not
answer.
to
Come
move,
on, Daniela.
Not to move, to travel.
To travel.
To travel. He said Laos, and he said.
But what he first said was, I wouldn't go anywhere. This is my home. I love Lombok.
No, remember the two distinctive questions. Question number one, you said, would you ever move and live somewhere else? And he said, no, I would never live anywhere else. I love my land. I love Indonesia. I want to raise my family here. And then the second question was, would you travel anywhere else? And where would it be? He said, yes, I would want to visit Laos. And I forgot the other place.
Whatever, Daniela.
Man, don't listen. It's so annoying.
Anyway, it was an amazing experience. Yo, this is a long ass video.
Whatever.
It was an amazing experience. We had a great time. I didn't kill myself. The next day we didn't really do much. It was our last day.
It was the last day.
No, that was our last day. We ended up doing karaoke.
Well, what happened was that we had originally an invitation from the guy at Gili, because the guy at Gili lives in Lombok, and he invited us. He's like, I'm gonna have a party. Come to the party. Yeah. Now we're thinking, ooh, a party.
I love parties.
Drinking, let's get dressed up, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Daniela's got her hot red lipstick on.
No, and then he was like, okay, it's at 7 o'clock, but then we're talking to Ameer, and Ameer's like, oh, I want to invite you to my family's gathering, and we're like, wait, what's going on? He's like, it's a religious
because they're celebrating, I forgot what it's called, but Ramadan just finished. And it's the first celebration after Ramadan.
So they have like all these meats.
They have, food, he said that it was just like a food thing, family,
friends.
But when we heard party, we're like, oh, party! Let's get a bottle. Let's put some reggaeton on. Let's party. And
no, this is like majority of Muslim.
It's not like that.
They don't drink like that. They don't. Yeah.
So, I was like, oh, all right.
So we're like, we got dressed. Well, I asked Ameer, I'm like, wait, what should I wear? He's like, you need to cover your legs. He's like, you need to wear a lot.
Cover your legs, cover your shoulders.
Cover your leg, cover your shoulders. So I'm like, all right, fine. I had that, thankfully. And so we're getting ready, and then all of a sudden, the guy's
flaked on us.
He's like,
said, no,
oh, how about instead in the morning?
Let's do breakfast.
And we're like, we need to be at the boat by 8. Yeah, 8 in the morning.
The boat was leaving at 8:30, so we want to be there.
So we don't know if we could do that, but he's like, I'll get someone to pick you up, blah, blah, blah. So now we're there. So then Ameer's like, oh, that's fine, we can hang out. So then he brought out the karaoke machine. Marlon thought he was a rap star.
Thought. No, I was joking. But no, I was spitting bars, bro.
Yeah,
he's never seen someone in his life rap live.
I'll attach the videos. Marlon was serving us some raps, some bars, and legs, man. His legs were sexy.
So I was rapping. We had a good time.
Yeah, and I sang, and Ameer was like, oh, I have chills. With my voice, he's like, you're lucky.
Look at my arm.
You're lucky.
I have goosebumps.
And then they did some Indonesian songs.
They did.
That was cool. And then I did a Spanish song. They loved the Spanish. They were like, oh, sing another Spanish song. We just had a great time. Like the moon shining. We also had a great time with the chickens. The chickens were all around us. We named one of them Chaz because he had a cool mohawk.
He did.
They
have wild chickens on their property. So there's just chickens everywhere just hanging out. You know what I mean? Shitting. I stepped in one barefoot. That's why I don't. That's why I wear shoes. I stepped in chicken shit barefoot. It was in between my toes. Oh man.
He also said that he tried to feed one of the chickens chicken and that they know. And they can smell it. Nah, man.
That was John.
They're like, nah. So yeah. And then
let's wrap this up. This is long.
So Marlon was like, he had like a couple of bintangs, and he started asking Ameer all these questions. So one of the questions that he asked was, how the hell did you get electricity onto this property? So he said that he had to buy like a cable.
One cable.
A cable, and the cable literally runs from the property
It's one cable, 1 kilometer long.
And he
it's just
did it
through the trees.
He
said him and his dad.
Trees.
He said him and his dad just put it in the trees. And I'm like,
what?
All right, that can't be like a safe choice long term. It's one cable through the trees, unprotected. What if a tree falls? Then what?
Then
you know what I mean?
He's gotta fix it.
He's gotta fix it.
Then the other thing was
plumbing. The plumbing. Was
okay,
cool.
let's do the plumbing after the gecko. So the other thing was the bugs. So you know I hate insects. I hate bugs. I hate bugs so much. I'm terrified of them. So obviously I thought that we were gonna have like a similar experience as Sanusa where because the bathroom is outside, where we were gonna see all these bugs, right? Yep. We saw 0 bugs. So I was like, hey, you know, we were in Nusa, we've been in Indonesia, we've seen a couple of bugs. How come you have no bugs? And he said, oh, that's because I have 3 geckos. The geckos I have are 60 centimeters long. I haven't physically, with my eyes, seen a large ass gecko this big. We've seen little ones, but he said that he puts one on top of the roof where we're staying, one under the roof, and one on like the bathroom.
He said there was a pair, like
a couple
of male, female, and then there was a third one. He didn't specify the gender, but it doesn't really matter.
And they're the ones that eat all the bugs.
They eat all the bugs. They keep the bugs away from the room. Because he said when I took them away for a while, bugs started getting in the room, and it became a problem.
Yeah.
So now we have that, and he said this is very common in most homes in Lombok. They keep geckos to keep the bugs away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, and then the third thing that was shocking was the plumbing.
So I'm like,
what do you do?
know, remember I got a couple beers in me. I'm like, all right, so talk to me like I'm 5 years old. I take a poop. I flush the toilet. Where does it go? And he's like, oh, it goes right there, right next to your room. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, there's like a tank. Like what kind of tank? Like how did you build this tank? He's like, well, he's like, okay, so it's closed on the top, and it's closed on 4 walls. It's closed on 5 sides. It's closed. On the bottom, it's open, but on the bottom there's sand, and there's about 2 meters of space, but like inside of the tank. And I'm like, okay, so I poop and it just goes in there. It's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And then what?
And so he's like, but why doesn't it smell? And then he said that it's the earth.
The earth absorbs the smell, absorbs the poop, absorbs the urine.
He says that 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks.
Feeds the land.
He says it takes 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And that if you open the thing, it doesn't smell at all like poop. So the earth absorbs it.
And he's like, it's special sand.
And he's like, what?
What are you talking about?
And he's like, the Indonesian ground is different.
Yes. and I'm like, show me this sand. So we walk over, grabbing look at the sand. And I'm like, I don't get it.
But you didn't smell anything, did you?
No, I didn't smell anything. But I didn't
it?
go where the poop lands. But he just showed me like an example of what the sand looks like. And he said 2 weeks, no more than 2 weeks, the poop will break down and be absorbed into the sand, and the sand helps it kind of like the nutrients, like the whatever from the poop.
It feeds the earth.
It feeds the earth.
And that's why there's so many beautiful plants there.
Yo,
it's
amazing. My mind, bro.
Yeah, we're like,
I'm
what?
sitting there with like question marks, exclamation points, triangles, squares, like trying to figure this shit out. Like how?
It was very, very educational.
But he said, listen, he's like, the room has been created for a year. And our house back there, that's where his family sleeps. They have like a little house back there. We use the same thing.
And our water is all from the waterfall.
And the water is just one big ass tube that goes to a waterfall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you have like a pump or something? He's like, no, gravity. What? Gravity. The tube is just feeding water from the waterfall to your toilet, to your sink where you're brushing your teeth. Now, that comes with its setbacks, right? Why? We smell
like rocks.
Like river water.
Like
we took a shower with river water. You kind of smell like earth. Kind of smell a little earthy, like
sopa de roca.
I remember that. Yeah, like that book that we read when we were kids, Stone Soup. You kind of smell like that. We didn't smell sexy.
And then the worst thing was that we had to leave the next morning. And so Marlon, remember his shoes were drying for like 2 days. And so he finally puts the shoes inside the room. And when we finished our karaoke night, we go in there and the room reeked.
Yo,
it smelled so
shoes.
Bad.
Yeah, so I had to let go of those shoes.
So he threw them out.
They had a lot of miles on them. They had a lot of great memories, but they will travel no further. I just left them behind. I told them to just toss them if they could.
Nasty. Yeah.
They stunk really bad. So now I'm left with one pair of shoes. I got my Brooks running shoes, and those are
on the way.
They're borderlining right now. I'm gonna find some shoes within the next couple days.
Yeah. But now we're in Malaysia, but either way, listen. If you guys are gonna go to Indonesia, if you're gonna go to Lombok, please go and see Ameer. He will treat you amazing.
Yeah.
He's a personal guy.
Out of all the places that we went, out of all the places we met, listen, we met a lot of cool hosts, a lot of people who are like proactive and they really want to like show you a good experience, but not like this guy.
No,
this guy is like above and beyond, a cut above the rest. Like this guy, he cooked for us. He was a tour guide. He was friendly. Reaching out through text. Are you okay? You need anything? Like you need a bike? Take my bike. He didn't even charge me for his motorbike. I took his bike for 2 different days and I spent like 7-8 hours with his bike and he didn't even charge me anything. He just like, at the end, I was just like, yo, dude, I'm gonna give you some money because like I took your bike, you fed me, like here, take this. He just, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like just thankful. Like he didn't have like a set fee, like anything else that's transactional. This lady in Nusa Penida, nice lady, did my laundry. I did our laundry, 150,000 rupiah, which is a lot for laundry, but that's how much she charges. She gave me a receipt and everything.
It's all transactional. Yeah.
Right, it was more transactional, but this guy was like, nah, it's not about the money. I just want you to have a good time.
But also, if you're watching this and you're young, like, I just think that American kids are different because this guy's a kid.
He is a kid.
And has an entrepreneur mindset. He's gonna go places, and we're not his parents or anything, but we're proud of him, and we hope he goes far. And I really think he is gonna go far because he already has that mentality. Yeah. And even his own family has said, "You're stupid," but this isn't gonna go far. Say that. He literally said that they said that he was stupid. But hey, he's sticking with it, and we think he's gonna go far. And kids back in the U.S. need to wake up and stop playing video games and stop going on TikTok and stop like social media and like, hopefully they can snap out of it and get some skills like the rest of the world, because the rest of the world, these kids are doing stuff with their lives, they're trying, and they have less opportunity than American kids. Yep. Less resources.
So with that, let's wrap it up. Like and subscribe, share with a friend. Check out all the links in the description, and we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
I try to trust you with all I had, but every truth you gave me turned to ash. I kept believing every word you said, even when I knew you'd fade away.
You say you're broken, but you break me every time. You smile like you're honest, but your heart's a warning sign. You still lie to me, even when you say you need me.
I love this. Yeah. We're on the way to our Airbnb, and it's got us on a track that no car could pass through, either walking or a bike. And this shit, I mean, talk about being one with nature. The fuck? Daniela booked this one. Hats off to her for finding a gem or a flop. We don't know yet. Stay tuned. We're not hiking. We're just trying to find our Airbnb. This is beautiful though. It really is.
Just like the monster. Babe, what do you think? Bring here or else go there?
We'll go there. To eat?
Yeah, he said he could bring it here.
No.
Well, he's right there. He's asking.
No, we'll go over there. We'll go over there.
I've been praying all this season, building my faith up in strength, moving from grace to grace, from high to high, spreading His word out in hope. And I'll be doing this for a while, trusting the plans for my life. Cause where I'm from, the rest in God still covers me. Yeah, this year was nothing and broken, but He put stars in my eyes, fire in my bones, Holy Ghost running in my head. I was getting weary, but your love made me rise.
And I know just where I'm going. For you, this song I sing all my life. I pray for someone like you, and I thank God that I finally found you. All my life, I prayed for someone like you, and I hope that you feel the same way too. Yes, I pray that you do love me too.
Good job, babe.
Yeah, was that good? That's all I got.
That's it.
Trying to convince me, baby, to do as you say. Just go along and see things your way. Keep it on a down low. Nobody has to know. Nobody. Keep it on a down low. Nobody has to know.
Always a mysterious one with dark eyes and careless hair. Fashionably sensitive but too cool to care. Still
had some comment on the weather. Well, in case you failed to notice, in case you failed to see, this is my heart bleeding before you. This is me down on my knees, and these foolish games are tearing me apart. In your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
Go big, go!
You were always brilliant in the morning, and smoking your cigarettes and talking over coffee. Philosophies on art baroque moving your love boat side, and you speak of your loved ones as I clumsily strum my guitar. Well, excuse me, guess I'm mistaken you for somebody else, somebody who gave a damn, somebody more like myself. And these foolish games are tearing me, you're tearing me, you're tearing me apart. And your thoughtless words are breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
I felt that. That gave me chills.
I cracked.
My voice cracked.
Gave me chills.
You took your coat off and stood in the rain. You were